Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Hi, Molly. And Melanie's there. Hi, Melanie. Actually, that's not
Hello.
Melanie. That's Jolene. Boy, a second ago backstage, she had Millie was just sitting, and I was saying, "Hurry up, end video, hurry up, end timer, end." But she's laying down now. So you are muted too, Molly. So you'll have to unmute yourself. I won't be able to unmute you if you muted yourself. But anyway, wow, we got a good show, don't we, coming up?
It's
And
gonna be great.
yeah, and I wanted to introduce everybody to Molly, so I'm glad you unmuted yourself so you can say hi because this is Molly. She's a GPRS screener
Hello,
and
hello.
foster, amongst other things, probably. She's joining us to host a show. Thank you for taking a day out of your Sunday, or time out of your Sunday for free.
Yeah. Had to
So,
drop in.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to turn her up, Melanie.
Yeah, I'll go.
She got a
and
little
mess
far
with it.
away from her microphone. Usually the laptops will blow you out of here because Adam's down there did with the puppies. We got puppies. So, and they got great news about these puppies too. So, what do you say we get on it? It's it's not like we're going to run out of time. Next week's show, we're gonna. Some of you remember because I just brought it up. Remember Solus and Mita, they live together, and we're going to invite them on for next week. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to invite them on. But we do have an exciting show. It's always exciting when we have puppies, isn't it? So, hi, Rena. But some of you people, like Nancy, if Nancy's on here, you remember a long time ago when we added a co-host, we added Sydney and Julie. Okay, Julie's been gone for a while, as you can see, but her daughter's getting married. And isn't the mother of the bride supposed to pay for the wedding? Yep. She's working 2 jobs to do that. Okay. So since she's a nurse, she's saving people, and you got to give her that. And I told her in a message, I said, you got to hurry up and get her adopted so you can come back, because she's also fostering too. She still fosters. So she has Kindle there, and Kindle was in there. But anyway, moving on. Sometimes hard to shut me up. Everybody here knows that. But we got puppies, and we're going to bring them up. So we'll play their video as soon as I find it, as soon as I figure out what I did with it. There it is. Hi, Adam. Let's make you a little bit bigger so we can see puppies. Look at that. How you doing?
Doing great. Here's one
Good.
more.
Did you really drive your car into the lake so you could get that picture at the end?
I don't
No.
know where the car was parked, but we.
Okay, that must have been effects.
No, it was at the beach in Bolivar Peninsula.
All right. So that was video effects. And I'll tell you what, Kiana sure did look cute on that beach, didn't she, with her little tennis ball? All right. So you got some news about these two, don't you?
Yes, they have both been adopted.
Okay. Awesome. Wow. Look at her. She's excited.
Very excited. She's going this evening to a family with 3 kids, 1 dog, 1 cat, on about 3 acres. So she's
Awesome.
gonna, going back to her chicken farm days. She'll have plenty of
Cool.
fun outdoor time.
And for those of you wondering why we are showing dogs that are adopted, they're puppies. Everybody wants to see puppies, okay, including me. So,
And there may be one, left over from the
now
litter.
these are the Q litter.
Yeah,
These are the Q litter. Yeah, they were. I don't even. Does anybody? Okay,
Rena
Queen is still
says-
available.
Yeah, there's still one available.
Yeah. So you see, you might get an idea of what the available one looks like right here. Right. Wow. So that means now puppies do go fast. We do know that. So anybody that thinks they might want a puppy, I don't, but that's one less application that you could be competing against. So get your applications in early. Okay. And that way you have a better chance. And then don't falsify your application, because trust me, these screeners are good. All right. And if they get something suspicious, it's a red flag. They're going to ask you about it. And always remember, this is a hard process sometimes, because, for example, how did these puppies come into rescue? Their mom was with them too, wasn't she? Yeah.
She was, yeah.
They were on chicken farm, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what I read. And it sounded almost like it was an unintended litter. It almost sounds like that, but I don't know. Queen was mama, I guess. Peggy? Oh, you adopted Queen. Okay, awesome. And there's our adopter. Wow, welcome to the show. Cool. And you do know, Peggy, we do happy adoption stories too with adopters, just so you know.
Lay down.
Okay. Wow. So, Molly, do you have any questions for Adam or anything you want to add until we go into why we had the puppies on here?
I don't think so. No, they seem pretty playful.
Okay. So, fostering. You fostered for a while, haven't you, Adam?
So started fostering during the pandemic. So
Jolene.
these
Okay.
are probably I think 17th and 18th
Hey, Jolene.
That's a
dogs
lot.
that we fostered. Some for as short as 2 weeks, some for as long as 7 months.
Okay. Now you mostly foster puppies, is that correct?
Mostly puppies. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll tell you, I personally have a lot of respect for puppy fosters, because that's a lot of work. All right. On average, more so than an adult, because they got to be puppies, but yet you got to keep them safe.
Right. More feedings, more cleaning, more
Teaching.
Yep. More puppy proofing.
Wow. So your house is probably child-proof too, huh?
I think so.
Well, I see 2 healthy puppies, and if it wasn't, you can't keep them out of everything, right?
Right.
Right. Now, one of the pictures really caught my attention. Did you extract that? Because then I stumbled on the video that I added into with the picture. Is that an extraction out of the video, or is that a standalone picture?
I think I may have. It's like a live image from a
Okay.
iPhone.
Because they sure are cute, aren't they, at that age?
Yeah. I mean, they are precious.
Yeah. But you see, that right there is a big reason why there's so many in rescue. They have the cutest puppies on the planet. And then they grow into, well, that right there. Okay. Right?
Hey, she's still cute.
Okay, we'll use Millie. All right. And well, there's Julio back there too.
Mhm.
So, and then all of a sudden, what's one of your, well, Rena's not on the show, but a common reason for surrender is they got too big. Everybody, just so you know, this is a giant breed. Okay. They're going to get big. Look how big those puppies are. How old are they now, Adam?
I think between 10 and 11 weeks. Maybe.
Okay. Debbie wants to know which one's which.
Qui-Gon is belly up right now.
Okay.
She has a few less spots on her stomach. So.
All right. How long did it take you to figure them out? Now, I do know in person they're probably different, noticeable differences, right?
Yeah, I mean, personality is the biggest key. I think Qui-Gon was one of the shyest puppies from the litter. And Kiana's much more outgoing.
So Kiana's the first one to conquer the stairs, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I love this.
Yeah, the first one to escape any kind of enclosure that you
Okay.
come up with.
Now you also have 2 adult Great Pyrenees, right?
Right. Also,
And at
from
least
GPRS.
are they both alumni for GPRS?
Yep.
Okay. So you've got the best case scenario to be a puppy foster. You've got stairs you can teach them. You've got resident dogs that can help you. All right. And they probably do. One of them, I think you said Madison was, is that her name?
Yeah, Madison is great with them. She might be a little too good with them. She might let them get away with more than they should. So Herschel's more likely to correct behavior than her. That's unwanted.
All right, cool. What would you say? Because GPRS, just like any other rescue in this country, they're in dire needs of fosters. All right, and one of the things that I heard when I was in rescue, what would you say to somebody that says I can't foster because it hurt me too much to let him go? What would you say to somebody like that?
I think there's just so many dogs that need help.
Right. Well, you've let quite a few go. Okay.
Yeah. I think it helps just to know you give them a good start.
Yeah, and you get to save another one when you're done too.
Right. And then you don't look at them as your dogs. You protect them like they were your dogs, but you just know you're caring for someone else's dogs.
Right. So you're not treating them any different. You're treating them like they were yours because you got to raise the bar. You got to teach them so you can set them up for success. And that's awesome. Well, how many did you say you fostered? 17, 18? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And mostly puppies, or were they kind of split between? Because puppy fostering is hard. That's hard work.
So the first dog we fostered was around 11 months and had her for 2.5 months. And I think, that was tough just because sometimes there's less interest in an adult dog. So you often foster them longer. And during the pandemic, there was so much demand for puppies, and they also went quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Worked better with my schedule.
Yeah. In the behavior world, because they did a lot of clear the shelters during the pandemic, and in the behavior world, that just makes us shudder because they don't stay cleared, and usually they get a lot of their own dogs back. But hopefully they don't. I mean, I get why they do it, all right, but it's also not. A lot of times, it's not long term. A lot of times, but wow. Now, yeah, by the way, did you let Herschel know that I apologize for calling him a her?
No, he doesn't mind being misgendered.
Okay, that's cool. Now, what are... Oh, Quintessa was the mom. Okay. Thank you, Rena. So Queen was adopted, but that's not related to the litter. Got it. Got it. Well, we still do happy adoption stories. So, see, I don't know it all here, do I? Now, what's the biggest challenge that you would, in your mind, you would have with fostering puppies like that? Because like I said, I have a lot of respect for puppy fosters.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, it can potentially interrupt your sleep schedule,
That's right. Because you gotta, if they drink water at very young age, you got like 20 minutes to get them outside.
Right.
So, and Lori's on here. Hi, Lori. She just got a Great Pyrenees puppy. Now she's with the Newfoundland Rescue, but she says it's our fault because we turned her on to the cute white puppies. Okay. She's from the litter. Gotcha. See, I don't know nothing. I'm not part of the rescue. I'm part of the rescue show. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. I think Rena's talking to us here. So now, did they get adopted locally, or are they going to the Pacific Northwest or Northeast?
One Kiana got adopted locally, and Qui-Gon is going to the far Pacific Northwest of Alaska.
Awesome. She's gonna love the ocean. Which one's going to Pacific Northwest?
Qui-Gon.
Oh, I should have put that one on I should have green screened her onto the beach then.
Yeah.
Because she'll be enjoying that beach time.
Beach and snow, I think.
Yeah. I noticed in the Pacific Northwest, the fosters that are up there, just about every one of them are highly active. They go on hikes, they go to the beach, and they always take the dogs with them. That's awesome. Okay. So, wow, they're adopted. Now, do you take a break in between dogs, or it depends on what's happening at the time?
You typically take a break.
Okay.
Sometimes when they've come and gone really quickly, when I drop them off at the headquarters, I'll pick up
for transport, right?
Pick up a few more.
Okay, so you're in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Cool. But now, if there's something where we need a foster for this, you step up anyway, right? Even if you're kind of on a break, depending on what's going on. Now, if you're on vacation out of the country, you may not be able to take one, right?
Right, and then during the downtime, sometimes people fosters need someone to cover for a weekend or. Oh,
I didn't think about that.
So I do that as well.
Yeah, that was one of the things I did notice about the Great Pyrenees Rescue Society is that fosters and adopters, in some cases, they work together. Hey, I'm going on vacation. Can anybody dog sit for me? And I think that's really cool. Okay. I really do. How old are your resident dogs, Mr. Herschel and Madison?
Herschel's 7 and Madison's 3.
Wow, 7. Everybody knows puppies can be annoying. And he does okay with that?
He does, yeah, surprising. He's shown some aggression to male dogs before, but to puppies he's great. Even when we had a long-term foster last year for 6 months who went from being, a 30-pound puppy to being 100 pounds. He was okay with that dog as well. So
okay, Lori just gave you kudos because she's saying herself puppies are a lot of work. Every 3 hours going outside for potty breaks, and then she said, "Good for you, Adam, for fostering these babies." She's with now. She officially fostered with the that Newfoundland place. They've been on the show, and but she got a Great Pyrenees puppy. I believe an 8-week-old, 9-week-old puppy, just a little bitty one. So she's going through that also, and she has a Mr. Tibbs. He's a senior Great Pyrenees, so the puppy's going to be annoying. But she also has Rip. She got him as a puppy, a Newfoundland, a Landseer Newfoundland, and so Tibbs is used to puppies now. if they
Awesome.
ever get used to them. So, wow, Adam. Well, when you get them on again, we'll have to see if they're ready when they're ready to come on the show, and this time adoptable. I mean, I love the fact you came on anyway, so we can give your story like that. Tibbs' birthday's tomorrow. He'll be 12. He's a big boy too. I've met him in person up here in New York. He's a Akbash Great Pyrenees, and on Sundays he's got the personality of the Akbash. On Mondays it's Great Pyrenees, so on and so forth. Okay. And then when she would come home from work, you never know which Mr. Tibbs would be there at that time. Okay. It's always an adventure, isn't it? Thank you, Adam, for taking care. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for saving all these dogs that you saved. Because without you, well, we don't want to guess what would have happened. Okay. So, all right. What's your schedule look like? I know that one of them is going on transport right after the show. Can you stay up for a little while so the viewers can see if they move or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We'll put you off to the side then because we got more. Okay. Raise your hand. Who wants to go next? You two. Both of the dogs that are coming on, you're already looking at them. Okay. So who wants to go next, producer or host? Okay, we got producer. All right. Jolene, I like her. Look at her.
She's
She got Artemis to cuddle. All right. And we witnessed it last week on the show.
Yep.
So, and I didn't realize it till after the show when I asked her, because I would have said something. All right. So, and we're going to have Millie. Millie. We're going to have Molly jump in. Your names are too close to each other. All right. You're lucky I don't call you Millie. So, but we're going to have you jump in on this too and ask a couple questions because they're getting tired of hearing my voice. They're fleeing. I can see people fleeing. Okay. So here's Jolene's video. Nice work, by the way. Wow. And you say she's 2 to 3 years old?
That's the estimate we've got. It's between
I
2
would
to 3
say
years old.
now she hasn't been with you for very long, but based on some of this for behavior, I would say she would be 2, okay, if even that. But
Yeah.
we'll learn more as time goes on. Wow. What a good looking girl too. Okay, Molly, I'll let you take over if but I'll cover for you if you get stuck because I got to bring pictures and stuff up.
Yeah, no, you're good. So what kind of home do you think would be best for Jolene?
You know, I think she would be best with other dogs. She doesn't like to be by herself. She doesn't have real anxiety issues like if I leave for the day or anything like that. But if she's away from everybody, she gets very upset. She wants to be around her people and her dogs.
Sure.
And so I do think, especially as someone who has to work a normal job away from home, she'd really be better with other dogs there, so she doesn't feel lonely. She is a little shy to begin with, and there's a lot of new experiences. Like we had our first trip to PetSmart today. She's never, you can tell, never been to a store before. She was a little nervous and shy, but once she kind of warmed up to it, we wandered around. She met a few other dogs. So just a little bit of patience. It doesn't take her a long time to warm up, but she does need a little bit of time. Usually,
Sure.
once she does, she's a cuddle bug. I mean, I've had her less than 2 weeks, and she's a
She was
cuddle
at
bug.
the GPRS headquarters, right?
Yes.
Because that's where this photo came from. They've got a photographer that comes in sometimes and does these really cool photos.
Yeah, and she was a mom.
Aw.
Yes, and I don't know much about whether the puppies were with GPRS or not, but she has had puppies, and you can tell. But she's a little tiny thing. She's a pocket Pyr. She's at about 65 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So she's a little thing.
Wow. She doesn't look at, is Artemis small too then?
Artemis is small. Artemis is only about 5 pounds heavier than her, but Artemis
Okay.
is taller and leaner, and she's a little bit shorter and stockier.
Gotcha. That's her and Artemis there.
Yeah, so
Which is
she's
which?
the
I don't
one
know.
who's at the bottom, and Artemis is at the top.
All right. Now, the cool part is Artemis doesn't warm up to some of the dogs, but especially that quickly. Would you say that's an accurate statement?
Artemis is just aloof in general.
Okay.
When Artemis wants to cuddle, she wants to cuddle, but most of the time she just is there. It's my German Shepherd who usually is the playmate and the one who's out running around with everyone. So yeah, it's kind of fun when you see them all cuddle together. But Artemis also is pretty chill. Like if a dog wants to come up to her, sure. If a dog wants to climb all over her, sure. She just lays there.
All right. Now, how does Jolene do with cats?
She does very well with cats. She gets a little excited. She wants to play with them. But she runs up and she jumps and does the bow, and then she just kind of like lays there with her head down, waiting to see if they'll do something back. So she's gentle with them even when she's trying to play.
Okay. Wow. And your cats are very savvy to dogs too.
Oh yes, they're used to rotating dogs coming in and out.
Yeah. And that's important too, because a dog savvy cat can be a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. Because they're not going to run from a dog that could possibly have an intention to do harm too. So, but they got a defense. You never notice their front hands? They got teeth in there too. So.
They do, and my cats will use those if there's a dog who's not behaving appropriately.
Okay. Now, is Jolene available for adoption right now?
She absolutely is.
Okay. All right. And you're still learning, but you're learning good and you're comfortable. So that's awesome. She's a good girl, huh?
She's a great girl. She's really, I mean, she has blended in pretty easily and effortlessly. She has no resource guarding issues. She warmed up to the dogs like almost immediately. She learned how to get on the couch and the bed. That was one of her big accomplishments, was learning that. Future adopters may not appreciate quite as much, but she does. Like she's very bouncy in the morning. She's definitely a morning dog puppy. But then, most of the day she lays around like other dogs, and she gets a little bit of zoomies at night.
Debbie wants to know how she would do with kids, in your opinion.
I think she'd do really well with kids.
Okay.
She likes to play a lot, and she has that awareness of being gentle that not all dogs have. So again, she's going to need a little time, no matter who it is, to warm up to them, just because she's a little shy. But once she does that, she'll be great.
Boy, it sounds like her past may not have been so bad, because a lot of what you're describing tells me that suggests that she was not early weaned from her mother or her litter, because a lot of that they learned there, and her age. But it's hard to say how old she is, because you guys, they just don't know sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think she's on the younger side, but she may not be, because I don't know either. All right. She's amazing though. She's a good girl. Now, How long had she been in rescue? I know you've only had her a couple of weeks. Do you know that answer?
I
don't
know it's at least been a few months,
Okay.
because she was Archie's playmate when he was at headquarters. So
Okay.
it's at
All
least
right.
been a few months.
Now Archie was there because of his injuries.
Hmm.
Right. And how's he doing in his new home? He got adopted, didn't he?
He got adopted. Everything seems to be going well so far.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I
Cool.
think
Cool.
that's going to be a great home for him. I'm not worried about that home.
All right. Wow. So, with what you know right now, what would his perfect home look like, or her perfect home look like?
She does fine with. I'm a teacher. I work long hours. She doesn't have any problem with that. But just having, other dogs around so that she doesn't feel lonely. That's really the main thing. She loves going on walks. She's got good energy. She could walk all day. So if there's someone who's active, she'd really enjoy that. And that would kind of help her also. The more exposure she gets to the rest of the world, the easier it will be for her, with that socialization, and it decrease some of that anxiety of the
Okay.
unknown.
So you think it would be best with another dog, or
Yeah.
somebody that works at home, or both?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not hearing anything about any separation anxiety.
Nope.
Okay.
No. It's not it's not that you going away is a problem. It's when she's just by herself. So I can
Sounds
be gone
like
all day. If
sounds
the
like
dogs
she's
are there, she's
bored.
happy.
Sounds like a boring thing.
Mhm.
If she's bored, she doesn't have a job. I wrote an article one time about the I can't even remember what I titled it, but the side effects of a bored Great Pyrenees in your home.
Mhm.
It can look like separation anxiety,
Yeah.
and it can look like that. And in real life, it's just boredom. They get bored to pieces, and they'll find their own job. Could be chewing off your baseboards or something like that, but they'll find their own job.
Yeah.
So, gosh, she's gorgeous.
Does Jolene like to play with toys, Melanie?
She does. So this is her elephant she brought from headquarters, and it's starting to be on its last legs.
Oh.
What's that saying on the feet?
She's chewing on a treat right now.
Oh,
Gotcha.
But yeah, so
And that's amazing. I've seen that before at your house too. Everybody gets a treat and nobody has a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be aware. There's some dogs I can't do that with, obviously, but
Well, early on, you don't want to try it because, well, the dog doesn't know if the other dogs or you are going to take it away from her.
But my two resident dogs are very well trained that they don't go after other dogs' food or treats, and so that helps because
That's
no
a
one's
good
going to try
idea
to.
too.
Yeah. No one's going to try to steal the foster's treat because they've all been taught that's not okay.
Right. Always remember that resource guarding, especially the food. That's kind of natural with any dog, any animal, because that's vital to their survival. So don't ever be surprised if a dog guards his food. Okay. Now, if you've had the dog for 3 or 4 years and you walk towards his food bowl and he growls at you, we should probably talk because now that's different. He should trust you that you're not going to take his food by now. All right.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's a natural behavior, especially with new dogs that don't know where they're at, where they are. So, wow, what a girl. So there's still more to come here, isn't there, Melanie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And everybody
So-
knows that she's on the show, almost every show, when her husband's working, and you get to see the dog.
Yeah,
Snoopy
so-
grew up with us.
Well, and unless someone wants to come and adopt her this week, you'll see her next week as well. And
There you go.
I'd be, sad and happy at the same time, but
Well, and what would you say to somebody that's on the fence about fostering?
and some dogs are harder than others, especially if there's dogs you have for a while. I always went with the approach that I go into fostering realizing this is not a dog I'm going to keep. I'm going to love the dog. I'm going to treat the dog with just like he's a part of my family because that's important to the dog, and I want the dog to be able to get a good family. But also, if I kept Jolene, I wouldn't be able to foster anymore because I would be at my limit of how many dogs I can have. And so as hard as it can be to let go of a dog sometimes, I know I can do more if I let this dog go to a good family where she's going to be happy and I can help another one.
Well, and Adam said something very similar. And that's awesome. All right. Well, I know you can stay for the show. God, I hope you can anyway.
Yes.
Our next dog is, let me get back to the video section here. As I figure out where I put it. There it is. We're going to play her video too. And Adam, I can't believe you let me keep that where I said everybody in unison, whatever, and then say aw, and I put those sound effects in there. I can't believe you let me keep them in there. They're dorky. So, all right. Here's Millie's little video, and there's little Millie. I love it when I get to see Julio. I really do. And there's Miss Millie on the floor, right?
Yes, this is Miss Millie here.
That must be Julio behind you.
It is, yes. That's our Julio.
He's kind of a ladies guy, isn't he?
He is, yes.
I remember the first time I met him, you were fostering Daisy.
Yes, with Julio. We picked up Julio and Daisy a day apart.
Yeah.
And, they were best friends.
And you had posted a video of him trying to get her to play, but it looked like he wanted to eat her. Remember that video?
Yes.
But it wasn't that. So
no, he does it to Millie too, where that's how he entices
so he
them.
still does that.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Good.
his whole.
And nobody's misunderstood that so far as dogs go, right?
Oh yeah.
It's amazing how they can communicate.
It is, yes.
Because they're the same breed. All right. Now Millie's not quite available yet, right? She's not listed. You just got her.
Yes. We've only had her 8 days. So we're still getting to know her, but I mean, she seems like ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Only thing is she's got a heartworm, so we're treating that actively. But other than that, she's a dog. Yeah.
All right. So she is heartworm positive.
She is. Yes.
And that is not unusual down south.
No, it is not. Unfortunately.
No. And there was there were cases. I don't know. Starting about 10 years ago, they were giving them heartworm preventative, and they were still becoming heartworm positive. Wow. Because there's pockets down there, and I don't know how to explain it because I'm not sure I totally understand it. But they seem to had build up a resistance to the ivermectin-based preventatives.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and just in pockets, and Texas had some pockets,
Sure.
but that was scary now.
Yeah, it's bad down here.
But you still typically you give them heartworm preventative. Typically you have much less worrying about heartworm. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't really affect her. She still can walk quite a bit. She can go probably 3 or 4 miles at a time
Okay.
and be fine. So,
All right. Cool.
yeah.
So plus she's on the treatment. She's on a treatment that it kills them off a different way and slower. So she doesn't have to be confined to a crate during treatment, right?
Right.
And she can still have some exercise.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
I think it was originally called the slow kill method, but there was actually a clinical study done on this. It caught the attention of a couple universities, and they did a study and they actually put a name to it. They call it the moxie-doxy treatment.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. She's on Doxy too.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not going to go into how that works because I'm not a vet. So,
Right.
yeah. Now, I'll tell you, the video said that so far so good with her, and you're learning a lot already.
Yes. She knows sit. She knows lay down. She's very smart. So
Okay.
yeah, she knows a few tricks.
Now, did she already know that when you got her, or did you have?
I think she did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you a little secret. When they're born, you can ask Adam. He's had young puppies. They came to him knowing how to sit down and lay down.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to let you know. All right.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think, but she does seem like a little timid inside yet. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. But you're not seeing any lingering behaviors or anything like that?
No, not yet. No, we
awesome.
work during the day, so she's been fine in the house. She hasn't wrecked anything. She kind of lays in this spot here pretty much when we're gone. So.
And her and Julio were instant hits, weren't they? Is that what you said?
Pretty instant. Usually he takes about a week, and this time it only took about 4 days for them to
See,
play.
here's the thing. I would expect the new dog to be the suspicious one because, well, that can happen, but that tells me that she had a better life than a lot of them.
Yes. She's very playful.
Either that or she's finally relieved that nobody's trying to hurt her.
Right. She does.
Now,
she's good with strange people, so she likes that.
Now, how long? You've only had her a week. So has she hasn't been in rescue for very long?
No, not long at all. I think total just 2 weeks.
Okay. So that's why she's not available. Be patient. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. When she's available, that's where you'll find her.
Absolutely.
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm excited to see her flourish and thrive.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know how to do that. You guys had Julio.
Yes.
You still do. He's right behind you. You want to talk a little bit about him? He wasn't the easiest dog on the planet, was he?
No. Yeah, we couldn't let him go. When we got him, he was very afraid of strange men.
Yeah, very afraid.
Yeah, lots of
where he would stand his ground against them.
Yes, lots of mean looks for sure. But
and it made a lot of men afraid to come over and visit.
Yes,
definitely. And it kind of screwed your social life all up for a little while, didn't it?
A little bit, it did.
But yet he's still there.
Yes, yeah, he has gotten so much better. We've developed that trusting bond, so to speak.
And that took a little bit of work, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, it took about 6 months, but then he finally realized that we're okay.
Because the first part you have to do is give him someone to turn to when he gets into a crisis, so he can. And they wanted a social life again. Now you can have visitors that are men, right?
Yes. Yeah, we've had a few actually.
Wasn't one of your dads your primary guinea pig, if you may?
Yeah. Yep. And then my roommate's cousin. Yeah, Tommy's cousin came.
Okay.
Yep. So when he first
what
came,
do you do? Can you come over to my house to see if Julio eat you? I don't know. How do you approach that?
No. So what we normally do, our routine is we meet them outside with Julio on leash, and they have treats with them. So
Good.
give him a treat, make him sit.
Well,
and
no,
then,
I know how you do that. How you get him to come over?
oh, you just have to ask very nicely.
Either that or order him, right? You might be bigger than him. So.
Yeah, but yeah, Julio does well if you meet him outside, and then he kind of trusts you right away.
All right. And you're our new host.
Yeah.
It says co-host, but we kind of treat everybody equal here because I'm surrounded and I've got to stop getting beat up by girls. So I can say what I'll kiss butt anytime I'm ready. So thank you for this. And Rena, thank you, because Rena is who contacted you.
Yes, she recruited me.
Yeah, we have behind the scenes people here. And
Yeah.
some of the other hosts work behind the scenes also when they're not on. Sometimes when week they don't host because, well, you had to ask, well, what does he expect out of me?
Yes.
Yep. So you can't just come into something new knowing what to do and being highly experienced. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
So and plus this is ever changing. We do this by the seat of our pants here. All right. Right, Melanie?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. We had some other dogs we're going to be on. Well, one got adopted. One is moving to another foster right now. Okay. So actually, Millie and Jolene are our backup plans. And then we find out the puppies got adopted. And Adam says, what do you want to do? I said, how about you come on, please come on, and let's just talk about fostering. All right. Because you guys do need fosters.
Absolutely.
Now you got a couple of titles on your business card. You're also a screener, right?
Me?
Yeah, you, Molly. Sorry, you're still big.
Yeah.
Right. So that means they have to pry the dogs out of your cold dead hands first before they can get on with the application process,
So to speak.
Okay. And keep in mind, never, ever, ever, there's no point in getting mad at a rescue for anything. All right. If you don't qualify, they're going to let you know why and sometimes make suggestions on what you can do to qualify. Okay. Now, if they've got if you want 2 or 3 dogs, you got no fence, no, you might want to choose a different dog. But you see, they're good at that. And combined with the director, wow, that's amazing how well they can find a fit for you. So don't get mad at them. That's not on them. And they're not going to change because they know where the dog came from. You probably don't. And they're not going to take any chances of letting that dog go back into that situation, a similar situation. I'm not saying you're going to abuse a dog, but they don't know you. All they're doing is they got to get to know you. All right. And is that close? You're the screener.
Yeah. That's about right.
So, and am I right? If there is some questionable stuff, you're going to talk to them about it, aren't you?
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's a process, but the process works. So.
Okay. And always remember, if they question an area of your fence, they may not be asking for a new fence. They just need it secured. That's all.
Right.
You know, a little bit of baling with there, they're in Texas. I'm in the cornfields of Ohio. Baling wire goes a long way. All right.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And another thing too is this breed is not for everyone. And always remember, if you're having behavior problems with your dog and you can't figure it out, the rescue has resources. They have trainers and behavior people and that can help you. Okay. Or they can point you in the right direction. Definitely. Because nobody knows this breed. There's a lot of people with Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. So with all their knowledge combined, I don't think anybody on this planet knows more than they do when you combine them. So rescues are good. And always remember that if you don't qualify to adopt, there is a possibility you qualify to foster. 2 different things. Right, Molly?
Right. Exactly.
So that means you had to apply to adopt Julio. I love it. So that's because, and I remember the director telling me one time that they don't require experience. They require the ability to learn. Okay. And I think that was pretty cool because some rescues, not necessarily of this breed, they don't care about that part. You know, they're still flabbergasted that the breed even needs a rescue. Newfies need rescues. Come on. So now, with what you know so far about her, what kind of home would you say so far would be a good, perfect fit for her?
Yeah, she loves outside, so definitely a home with like a large yard, fenced in, and yeah, she loves water. So if you have access to water, that's a bonus.
I was going to lead up into this.
Yeah, yep.
Not many peers now. A lot do. I've never had one personally, except one that would even go in the water. All right, unless it was our baby pool in the backyard. And then they would stand in it, cool their pads off, and then go bark again. But if I was filling it up, the hose was running, boom, they're gone. That's it. They won't come near it. They're running water. So the first video I saw of Millie was kind of cool, though. It was actually this one. I said, wow, look at this. I think you were kind of in awe too, weren't you?
Yeah, it was pretty surprising.
That's actually 2 videos I put together.
Yes.
Were they the same day, same place?
Same place, same day. Yeah. And we went back yesterday and she did the same thing. So
she's a waterlogger dog.
Yes, she's a water lover, which is very interesting.
That is interesting. She doesn't appear to be mixed with anything, but that'll come out.
Yeah, no, she just likes the water.
A lot of people do DNA testing, and I mean, they've got a lot of good solid profiles on the Great Pyrenees, and I'd be curious myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie. Water Pyrenees. Yeah. They don't even have web feet.
They exist. Yeah.
And no, they are not related to the Newfoundland, unless there was a Newfoundland that, was in the bloodline somewhere through breeding. Right. But she doesn't have web feet, right?
No, she does not.
Okay, thank you. All right. So,
yeah.
Wow. Now, wow, I can't believe that we struggled through this hour.
Well, we have one more video we can show.
Yes, we can. And I'm going to thank you, Molly. You'll be back too.
Yes.
Because you're hosting now.
Yeah. Maybe with Millie, maybe not.
And you even came on through the training session too for the StreamYard.
I did, yeah.
And Melanie's right. And actually, Melanie knows about this dog too. So we're going to play the video and we'll let her talk a little bit about him. He's in transport right now, as far as we know. Wow, what a dog. Now he's a big boy, right?
He's a bigger dog. And I think especially in comparison his foster sibling, Niche, who is now a foster fail, is a smaller peer, pocket peer, probably up to around 60 something pounds now. So he was really big compared to her. But
Wow.
from what the bio is that the previous foster left, he loves to play. He'll give his paw when you ask for it. So,
Oh
sort
my.
of has a trick. He loves
Wow.
hugs and kisses. He's just really easy going, easy to get
Sounds
around.
like a good fit for you if Jolene gets adopted quickly.
Maybe we'll see.
You going to go meet him?
Well, next week after the show, I am going to be back up at headquarters, so we will. If he is there, I'm sure I'll get to meet him.
Awesome. That is so awesome. And why you're talking about him because you did the video and you know little about him, right?
A little bit. I'm far from an expert. I just had the
Right.
information shared from the foster, but it's something. He likes his car rides. He walks really well on a leash.
Wow.
And like he's one of those ones who just wants to be on the floor next to his person, and he's happy.
Awesome. That is so cool. All right. And he's available.
He's
So
available, yep.
Yep. GreatPrisonersRescueSociety.org. That's where, how do you pronounce it? Saku?
Saku, I think. We're going to go with Saku.
You can't even write that down for me. Yes, Adam, he is pretty cute. You could have said that if you wanted to.
It was during the video.
Okay. You are allowed to talk, okay? We got to get you back on here. Don't worry, we'll loosen you up. We're up here to have some fun here and show off some dogs. All right, and we do have fun. So, and like I told Debbie that adopted one of the Q litter, we do bring dogs on for adoption stories if you want. So always remember that because that's a good way to let the foster and the rescue see their dog that they used to foster. So, he is a beautiful guy, and that is an awesome video. Melanie made that video.
Yeah. So he's been in rescue at least a few months because I know we had tried a few months ago to see if they could come on, and it didn't work. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's been a little while.
Right. And Foster was busy, and that happens. I think she was sick too, if I remember right.
Well, she's really, but she's got small kids. She has a couple of jobs, so it was just
she's working hard, and we're just thankful that she fosters it all. Okay.
Yes.
So wow, and Lori, all the pups today were adorable, weren't they? Now you said pups. Are you getting a little prejudice here with just little young puppies? Uh-oh. Sorry about that, Melanie. We got puppies here.
Oh, look at them.
Aren't they adorable? I'm glad they're adopted because they're starting to grow out of the super cute age, aren't they?
I think they're still super cute. But
I bet. I mean, you're sitting there with them. Yeah.
Oh, we still have to get through the whole awkward helmet hair phase.
Hey, that's Herschel in the background.
Herschel's been back there.
Can you call him? I'm going to say hi. I want to meet him. See, that was one of the things about having you on the show. I wanted to meet Herschel too. I need to apologize to him personally. I called him a her in the video. I had to change the video for the puppies, and I don't know why I did that. He even looks masculine. Hi, big guy. You don't have to come eat me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Nobody saw it.
And Madison.
Oh, there's Madison. She's your mentor dog, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she's gorgeous. Look at her. Holy cow.
Yeah. So I fostered her for 7 months last year. And then we decided to keep her because she was.
Well, that's because she's in the best home. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure there were applicants for that gorgeous girl, but you've decided that they just weren't up enough, and because you raised the bar, and we expect you to.
Right. No, absolutely. a few applicants for her that were looking for like an emotional support dog, and she was not. That was not her. So
and you can't guarantee it anyway with any of them. And that's actually a red flag sometimes for the rescues. All right, but they explain it to you and see if they can take the red flag down. Okay, right, Molly? I know I'm right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So because you want to already have a planned job for a dog you've never met and don't know.
Right.
So boy, they're gorgeous though. So, and as it turns out, Madison turned out to be an emotional support dog, didn't she? For you.
for sure, yeah.
Of course, then again, any of them will. Look at them puppies back there. What do they call that about the puppies, Lori? Puppy breath. How did that come about?
Because
young
puppy breath
puppies.
smells different than regular dog breath.
Does that make their poop smell different too? I'm not gonna go sniffing it either.
You might have a choice if you foster puppies.
We're getting goofy here. So we'll have to get Lori back on again because she's got a new dog. I don't know. She had a couple of Newfie Fosters here, but that were going to come on, but then that got tied up somehow. Were possible legal litigation, or I forget what it was, and we decided it was best just to keep them under the radar. And now I think they've been adopted, but now she's got a puppy. She can come on and vent. What do you think? All right, everybody. So we're going to get out of here. We're on overtime. Sorry about that, everybody. We find there we go. Remember, we got an exit video. We always had that, Adam. Who were you on with? Adam's been on once before. And you had...
I had Lionel.
Lionel was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got to look at his video again so I remember mostly who he was. A lot of dogs will stick in my mind. Julio will always be in my mind. I was very, very impressed. And another one that'll stick in my mind is Archie. He was our grand marshal at the Halloween show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We're gonna head out and whoops, I just lost there it is. Say bye, everybody. Whoop, hang on. Let me fix this. There we go. Now they can see us. Bye, everybody.